Good morning, my dear students. Good morning, all. Welcome back to my channel, Student Educational Channel. And I hope you are all are well. This video I make for you all that for the CBSE students of class 12th bio, the examinations is held on the 16 March. In that for that purposes, it will be held to you the first analysis of your the questions blueprint to help in your examination for easy preparation. So let's start. You have the 5 units, that is the from the 6 units weightage of the mark is the 16, and the 7 units is 20, 8 units is the 12, and the 9 unit is the 12, and the 10th unit is the 10. Okay, and from the first question is will become the long type of question. It will be 3 question will be maybe come, and the chapter names are the chapter 3, chapter 6, the 6, and the chapter 12. Chapter 3 is that the reproductions in that sexual reproduction in the human, okay, the human reproduction. And chapter 6 will be that the molecular basis of inheritance, and the chapter 12 is the biotechnology and its application. So my dear students, from this chapter only the 5 mark questions will become, and you just prepare the 2 question or wise question will become in that chapters. And so these are the long questions. So in the long question, the figure based question is very important. You just practice it, and in the or basis that the writing basis question will become. So next part is that the case based questions. So let's know the case based questions. तो 4 mark क्वेश्चन कहाँ से आएगा? चैप्टर 5 और चैप्टर 8 से. ओके, तो चैप्टर 5 में द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस एंड वेरिएशन, एंड चैप्टर 8 इज द ह्यूमन हेल्थ एंड डिजीजेस. सो केस बेस्ड द इजी क्वेश्चंस will become, and that will be help to study your the presence of mind related of the questions. So that answer you have to put there. So my dear students, don't leave that questions. When your exam is case based question must attempt, and just it will be help to your the getting the more marks in the biology. So next is the 3 mark question. It will become the 7 questions will become, and that from the chapters name who to come for the chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 6, chapter 7, 8, chapter 11, and chapter 15. So from these chapters it will 3 mark question will become. And the chapter 2's name you already know, that the sexual reproduction in flowering plants, and chapter 3 the human reproduction. Chapter 6 is that molecular basis of inheritance, and chapter 7 is that that is the evolution. And the chapters 8 is that human health and diseases, and the chapter 11 is that biotechnology principle and process, and chapter 15 is that biodiversity and the conservation. My dear students, from this chapter the 3 mark will be questions will become. You just practice it as a important questions as a figure wise, and it will be help in your exam. Then 2 mark questions. So 2 mark question in your exam will become the 5 questions. That is the chapter, it come from the chapter 3, chapter 5, chapter 8, chapter 11, and the chapter 14. Okay, then 1 mark questions will become, that is the 16 mark. The sections A they call the 16th mark, but it has 2 parts. One is the MCQ based, and another is the region and assertion based, assertion and region based. So MCQ question will become the chapter 12 marks, and that will become from the chapter 4 the 2 question, chapter 6 the 1 question, chapter 7 is from the 1 question, chapter 8 the 2 question, chapter 10 say 1 question, chapter 11 say 1 question, chapter 13 say 2 question, chapter 14 say 1 question, and chapter 15 say 1 questions. So these questions will the 1 mark question will become is MCQ based. Is given the 4 option. You just prepare, and it will be very easy to choose the MCQ if they thoroughly prepare the chapters. Then this is the 12 questions will become. Then after that from the 13 to 16, that goes the region assertion and region based. This is the new concept of here, that the first you given that it will become from the chapters what, the chapter 2, chapter 5, chapter 12, and the chapter 14. Chapter 2 is that sexual reproduction in flowering plant, and chapter 5 is that principle of inheritance of variations, and chapter 12 is that biotechnology and its application, and chapter 14 is that the ecosystem. So from these chapters you just questions come the region and assess on region based. So in that part what happened, you given the two statement and that you just co-link each others, and if which statement will be correct and they have the linked or the not linked. So you just identify that and write your answers. So these are the these are the blueprints of the what the CBSE sample questions analysis paper 2023 of the biology subject. So my dear students, please I think you just before the examination just look out this part. It will be help too easy to write the answer in your examination. So again I repeat it, the question, the 5 sections will become the sections A have base the MCQ base or region assessment base, the 16 question will become. Section B will become the 2 mark question, it will become the 5 questions. Section C 3 mark question will become the 7 question will become total 21 marks, and this section D is the case based question, 2 question will become, it will be the 8 marks, and the last the section E, it will be question the 5 mark questions, it will become the 3 question, and that the section E. Okay, so my dear students, all the questions pattern I just is discussed with you. It will be one analysis of the blueprint of these questions if is for the CBSE examination. So if you try it, it will be get the more mark. Thank you. Have a good day and all the best for your exam. Thank you.